delay and welcome from my side. I'm Tarmo Kalvet and I'm a professor at the Department of Business Administration at TalTech. And this seminar is organized in cooperation with of TalTech and the University of Bocconi. And Bocconi University is very famous for its management, research and teaching and innovation management and things like that. And we are really happy to cooperate with the University of Bocconi in several research projects. And TalTech Industrial is one of them. And in the framework of it, this seminar takes place. And today's speaker is Professor Luigi Proserpia from the University of Bocconi, and he's from the Management and Technology Department. And we are very lucky that he has found time for us for this seminar. And he's very knowledgeable on the topic. So he's serving as in the editorial board of several high-level journals dealing with the topic. And he has published also very influential articles on the topic in the leading journals like Research Policy. So I'm really looking forward for the seminar, and I'll give the floor now to you, Luigi, please.
Thank you, Tarmo, for the introduction. Thank you all for joining the seminar. Please stop me whenever you want. I think that, it would be a very interactive session in case you wanted to, in case you want to stop me, in case you want to comment something, and when I will oblige you to tell me something on the Google Sheets, template I prepared for you. I think I have 1 hour and a half. We are a bit late, so I'll try to stay and to end the meeting by 11:30ish. Okay, so you can find the slide deck here. The URL has been shared by Tarmo on the chat. Well, I don't know, you choose whether to follow what I have or whether to do whatever you want with the digital version. The digital version is a PDF, since I think it's a better, way to share things. They stay with the same layout and so on and so forth. Okay, I want to, I don't have to tell too much about myself, since Tarmo already introduced me, so I'm not going to lose too much time. But the figure that represents me the most, besides motorbikes, is the Commodore 64. That was my first PC. It was a home computer actually, and I learned how to program in BASIC, okay, when I was 11. And then of course I moved to C++ or other kind of languages. Now I use sometimes Python or sometimes C# to code things to simulate intelligent agents in my research. So let's keep that. The agenda of today is quite simple. I put at the very beginning instead of the end the references. So I prepared a set of, I think, interesting articles or research reports. The articles are both on the practitioner and the scientific side. I hope you will find them useful to dive deep into the topic. Okay, then we will tackle the digital transformation concept in two ways. We can see it as an object or as a process, and then of course we are going to define why. What I want to achieve, if possible, together with you, is to shed some light to the on the possible hypothesis or the possible research questions or future research that are related to digital transformation, because of course digital transformation is not exactly a theory. It's a set of intertwined elements with each one with his family or its family of theories. But let me go and, well, you have a lot of things to read. I I think we can discuss some of these papers in the next meetings if you want. You write me or I write you. We can take some appointments when you want. Okay, so I'm available to discuss whatever with you. Of course, well, this is if you want a mistake, okay, in the sense that it's a very popular term for scholars, the digital business transformation. It is very novel for academic standards, and so it's difficult to find something decent on big journals. But of course, when we search for digital transformation, that's not exactly the right way to go, because we find usually low-tier kind of articles, and then we are aiming at raising the bar, and we are aiming at narrowing the concept of digital transformation, to decompose it and to use the right family of theories to analyze a single aspect of them, just to be able to aim at publishing on top-tier journals. Okay, so we don't talk about digital transformation as a yes, it's a cohesive concept, but it can be sliced into many different phases. Each phase has its own theory. Okay, so basically what we were talking before is that we can talk about digital transformation as an object or as a process. Okay, as an object, we just go here and we say, yes, this is the digitally transformed company. So we have the traditional company here. We do something in between, and we go and we have the digitally transformed company. So we are postulating that the big company has been transformed successfully, the change management went well, the strategy was good, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's the object. Digital transformation as an object is, I think, a good starting point to our discussion, because we have to define the phenomenon. There are 30,000 definitions, but I think there is a definition that is a bit better than the others, and I want to share some ground with you, because of course, if in case we wanted to discuss, we should share at least the basics. Okay, this is this is a definition that has been published on business journals, so I think we can use that. And there is a firm, of course. There is a set of digital technologies, and there is something that we can call a business model. Okay, so we think, or I think, together with my colleagues, that first comes strategy and then technologies. Technologies and strategies are two intertwined concepts. Technology plus strategy interplay to provide a possible new business model, or enlarge the business model to the focal company, and to try to get more value for the firm itself. Okay. You can find some possible, references here. I don't remember whether I put them at the very beginning or not. In any case, I mean, it's an integrated presentation. You have all of them, and you can find them, with the link that Tarmo shared at the very beginning. Okay. A very important thing is, we already tackled that, so it's a multidisciplinary concept. It's a marketing concept, it's a strategic concept, and so on and so forth. I'm not from the marketing department, so for example, I will not tackle the marketing part, but it's quite easy to enlarge our, considerations. Okay, there is a thing I like. Let me say, command you, because I have to move the, the window of your yes. Control P. Now I can rewrite on this. So basically, this is the usual, the usual kind of, you know, representation, graphic representation of trends. Okay, I don't believe in this kind of representations too much. This is not even to, you know, let's say the current situation maybe could be different, but at least we can say that we have some technologies. I like particularly artificial intelligence, IoT, cloud, and those are my technologies in my researches and in my, let's say, practitioner side when I do consulting for, you know, companies, small, medium companies or big ones. Okay, so basically we start from trends because those are the technologies that push the company to change. Okay, of course, artificial intelligence is very, very, very up to date. We can do something like this. Okay, I do think that the combination between AI, IoT, and cloud made something really exceptional to our world, because in case, well, let's pretend to be again on the Web 2.0 era. Okay, there all the data gathering was made manually by users like Wikipedia or other things. But now with AI, with the IoT kind of thing and the cloud, we can collect data automatically. So we are, well, I mean, you know better than me what data is and what data analysis can do for companies. Okay, we now see companies as, you know, data containers, data lakes, and data whatever you want. Okay, and this is possible because of, you know, the automatic collection of data, the power to process the data, and the automatic way to get some insights from data, which is represented by AI, mainly machine learning, but also neural networks and kind of these things. Okay, so we start with the technologies that usually push companies to at least try to mimic other companies, other competitors in the search of, you know, the new, let's say, new fields for their businesses, or new ways to save resources. So we can see these things on the two sides, on the revenue side and on the, you know, cost side. But in any case, those things are the ones that push companies to change. Okay, I like AI very much because I do think that the most important phenomenon is this one. And I have an introductory video that I want to share with you. Tell me whether you have problems in seeing this. This is not the usual, you know, let's say, video from Tesla, but actually the camera is on a Tesla car, not always the same. Let me see whether it starts. Yes.
I almost got into an accident right there.
Parfait.
Okay, so this just to say that, I mean, the car, the Tesla cars, or all the cars from Volkswagen, BMW, Mercedes, or whatever you want, with self-driving capabilities made possible by AI, can detect, well, I mean, can help you driving automatically the car, but can also detect what's happening outside. And with their capabilities, they can help you avoiding accidents by, analyzing what the other vehicles are doing. Well, why did I start, or why have I started with this kind of video? Just to start discussing that, this is AI is a trigger to try to well, it's a trigger for for the automotive industry to digitally transform itself. I was at a meeting with all the powertrain managers of a very big Germany company, and they were all worried about two things, that are pretty much related to the digital transformation. On one side, the self-driving capabilities, and on the other side, the electric engines. Okay, so 100 years of competencies thrown away because of these two innovations, and they had to reshuffle themselves. The powertrain division is something like for let's say 10,000 people. Okay, so and they had to reinvent their work. Why? Do we have some raised hand or something? I don't see it. I heard Tarmo, can you help me in monitoring the chat?
Yes, I'll raise important things, but this was about the seminar room participants, and they have no audio. But that seems to be a problem on their side. So, but I'll try to assist. Okay.
Okay, just because I cannot see the chat in this full screen mode, and so if you can help me,
sure.
I'll be very grateful. So thank you. So one thing is we are talking about trends, then we are going to talk about digital transformation, but of course digital transformation is caused by digitally enabled objects. Okay, I would like to start with what intelligence is, or how we can consider intelligence in machines. Well, this is to me very interesting. Let me go with the control P. It's the apparently intelligent behavior. Okay, so we don't know whether the machine is intelligent or not. Okay, but this is also happens for individuals. Okay, we don't know whether a person is intelligent or not. There are some measurement, but usually you go and see the behavior of people or machines, and you judge whether they are intelligent or not. We have a very nice, I'm more oriented to the practitioner side, but still it's almost a scientific paper, that one, that is the triarch theory of intelligence. So basically, those are the most recognized intelligent behaviors. Okay, you can say that AI can analyze very easily pictures, trends, and whatever. They can compare, contrast, evaluate, assess whether the company is doing well or not. They can, let's say, make predictions. They can make suppositions. They can apply, for example, techniques to predictive maintenance. They can implement, systems to control incinerators, and so on and so forth. Okay, so the point is, are machines intelligent? No, they are not intelligent. They show intelligent behaviors. Of course, they show vertical intelligent behaviors. So usually there is not an artificial intelligence that does all these things simultaneously. You have to integrate the building blocks through APIs to have an artificial intelligence that can, for example, integrate all the red circles in the slide I'm presenting. So what we are talking about? We are talking about a company that sees machines that show intelligent behaviors. And, you know, those intelligent behaviors can dramatically change the way through which you conducted business, in case you wanted to adopt them. But let's go through some examples, okay? This is something I would like to see, to show you, because I think it's lovely, but let me go there and let me see whether I'm able to. So you should be able to see. Okay, this is the video. Tarmo, do you see the video?
The Dutch cycle more than any other nation in the world.
Good.
Almost 900 kilometers per person. But that also means we have 350,000 bike-related injuries. Now imagine that we would make biking safer, smarter, and easier by applying self-driving technology to biking. We taught our self-driving bike to figure out where it is, what's around it, what will happen next, and what it should do. We leaned on Google's expertise in self-driving cars, but we had to adapt the technology to work on a bike. We decided to add 2 additional features. First, you can request the bike to pick you up wherever you are, and we developed a comfort mode, adjusting the pedals to a perfect resting position.
I think the self-riding bike could really give a boost to the economy, because people could also work on their bicycle. You work in your office, you work in your home, you work in your car. You could even work on your bike.
I have so much more time. My kids love it. They're just free. They can go anywhere they want, anytime they want. It's amazing.
At the Fietsersbond, they feel that this is the biggest invention since the invention of the bicycle itself.
At Google, we always put our users first. With the launch of this bike, we believe we do that again.
Of course, this is not real. It's an April Fool, okay? But, you know, many components are already there to be somehow implemented in a real bike. And, well, I mean, it's not that difficult to put servo motors and have intelligent brakes and whatever, okay? But this was to, you know, to make an introduction of the digital transformation that focused also on technologies. I decided to start with the technologies. You can imagine all the technologies you want. So you can imagine all the digital technologies that come up to your mind, like self-driving cars, predictive maintenance of, you know, accidents, predictive maintenance of plants, predictive irrigation of soil, predictive whatever, okay? And so in an environment that is, you know, very, very challenging for traditional companies, the first thing I would have liked to share with you was the, you know, the definition of the digital transformation in some examples, okay? Of course, the seminar is not going to continue on this line, and it will evolve more to research questions that can be useful for our researches to be solved. We will try also to make some, let's say, interaction on hypotheses and so on and so forth, okay? So basically, let me see whether I'm able to, yes, to go. In sum, okay, a digital transformation, for example, this is just an example. So a digital transformation based on AI, a digital transformation based on IoT, a digital transformation based on an ERP, so an enterprise resource planner, or whatever you want, okay, or for example, big data analyzing system or control cockpit, whatever, okay, usually shows this pattern, okay. You see some, let's say, Control P, some trends. You decide that some trends are palatable to your industry. So strategy first. So here we have strategy, of course. Sorry, my tablet is not working that well, but in any case, we have strategy. Then through strategy, we analyze what are the trends that we are interested in. Then we have to think about what the technology we have chosen is really able to do, okay? And then we decide whether the obstacle recognition is good enough to put it in new products or to better respond to competitors. Here, there is something we will highlight in the last slides, okay? The point is, yes, we can do something new, which is going to give us, if working, a competitive advantage over our competitors, but we can also, on the hygiene side, okay, like the Mintzberg theory, well, in any case, in the hygiene side, so we can respond to competitors. This is why Tesla got this incredible valuation on the stock market, okay? Because it was the leading company in terms of self-driving machine and electric vehicles, okay? So this is a scheme through which I do make the strategy and the technology interplay to respond to what? To possible business needs, okay? So the main message, the main managerial message here is, and you should agree with me, I don't think it's nothing too new, okay? But we don't want to apply or to put into our companies technologies that are not useful, okay? And the first thing to do is to understand whether we need them from a strategical point of view. And strategy will be a very important, pillar of our digital transformation analysis, okay? So we started with technologies. We now move to the, let's say, management part, okay? With a little case, just to, to further, let's say, clarify what I mean for technology and what I mean for the introduction of AI, IoT, and cloud, okay, into companies. Those are examples of transformed companies, okay? British Petroleum, okay, with this kind of project called Beyond Limits, use the AI to forecast where to drill wells. How? With the images taken by drones, by planes, and whatever, okay? So they were able to recognize where to drill. It's a very nice kind of, transformation, okay? IoT on oil platform to maximize efficiency, digital twins. So basically they reconstructed the oil platform in labs and they trained their employees, to be able to start working already trained on platforms. Working on platforms is pretty dangerous and inefficient at the very beginning. You have to gain a lot of experience. Some of the experience can be gained through simulators, okay? Or let's say something I like here from Shell, AI to maximize electricity storage from small providers and then distribute it, and so on and so forth, okay? One interesting thing is that the energy industry has been transformed radically by AI, cloud, and IoT. Look at this slide, the last one, I think, on the interplay between strategy and technology. Then we leave technology as, and we move to managerial, the managerial part. Let's say that we have AI, IoT, and a combination of two, okay? You can see that these companies that are pretty big, 300 billion euros or dollars 390 billions, 76 billions. These three are Italian companies. I put them just for the sake of, putting some Italian examples in the arena. Okay, you can see that they use this combination of technology to do the output forecasting, to optimize the logistics, and so on and so forth. Okay, and also for customer service with intelligent chatbot. The intelligent chatbot are having a very nice revamping due to GPT-4, GPT-5, GPT-3, and so on and so forth. Okay, so they are actually on the right track because a few months ago they were terrible to use. Like when you called a mobile phone company, they were unable to understand your requests. But now are on the right track to be used in an efficient way. Okay, so the map is pretty crowded, and all the let's say energy companies wanted to digitally transform themselves. Why? Two reasons. On the one hand, this is a big gain in terms of effectiveness and efficiency. The flip side of the coin is that there is also some mimicking processes, some imitation going on, because you cannot avoid to do what others are currently doing. Okay, in the notes aggregated to the balance sheet, to the financial documents for a listed company, you must tell also these things to the investors. Okay. The big picture of the digital transformation basically is this one, but of course is something that we already discussed. Okay, and so I'm staying here. I have a lot of slides on this, but I will skip them. Okay, because I prefer to go and start with our discussion. Okay, so basically now we have talked about external drivers. Which one of these, well, I like the fact that we have three kind of, let's say, antecedents of the digital transformation thing. Okay, one external driver is digital technology, which is the one that we tackled so far. But also we said something about digital competition here, like you can't have something, you can't avoid to have something that the other companies already implemented. But we have also the digital consumer behaviors, and in case you are B2C company, this is very important. But also in case you are a B2B company, all your employees are used to having perfect interfaces from Facebook, from Instagram, from Google, from whatever, and you have to cope with these kind of things. So in case you give people inside your company, to employees, a technology, you have to, to compare your technology with the super high standards of the, mainstream technologies that your employees usually use at all. Okay. Of course, there are different phases of digital transformation. We don't want to go through them, but we are saying that the digital transformation is the most important one, and so it's a change in the business model of the company. Okay. Of course, this is something that can be used as our agenda. Don't know what's happening, but in any case, okay, now I know what's happening. Is that I'm using the tablet in the wrong way. So, for example, what kind of digital resources do we need to accomplish our transformation? What kind of organizational structure? What kind of growth strategy? What kind of goals? And those are some of the things we are going to discuss in the next slides. Okay, so basically, we start from here, drivers. We define what digital transformation is from a strategic perspective. Then we see what we need to implement the digital transformation. Okay. let me skip these slides because I don't think they are very useful in this phase, because you can read them at home or wherever you want. But, you know, I can say that we can easily see, just let me just make this magic to move the thermal image in the right corner. Okay, I did. Control U, Control P, Command P. Okay, good. Now I have the possibility to write on the slide. So basically, is one of the research questions that always hit me is whether well, there is a difference between claiming that my company has been transformed in a digital sense and digital transformation which is successful. Okay, so we can ask ourselves whether the traditional company has been transformed into something different or is just a declaration. Okay, and then we have other research questions that can answer to, well, not today, not this is a kind of a generative, let's say, chat talk seminar, is more on questions than on answers. But of course, one very important thing is, where do we see the transformation? How do we communicate the transformation to the external stakeholders? Okay, is that in the company strategy? Yes. Is the result able to modify the competitive positioning? Maybe. Maybe. Are we able to calculate the ROI of the investment? Well, usually we could, and we could use the ROI as an independent variable in our researches. Did we have to collect new competencies to cope with the digital transformation in some other companies? Maybe yes. In new roles, we will see some of the new roles that usually the digital transformation requires. Okay, so that's the digital transformation as an object. Okay, we have a company, we have a technology or a set of technologies, and we have a transformation of the business model. Okay, then chapter 2. We have just 2 chapters. Okay, not to worry you too much. Okay, the chapter 2 is the process. Okay, so this kind of arrow, how to move from A to B. B is the transformed company, A is the original traditional company. So let's say Mercedes without automatic driving, Mercedes with big trucks that are able to drive themselves, A and B. Okay, so the process, in my humble opinion, and then you can add other, you know, for example, we can add the marketing here somewhere. Okay. We can add, for example, an information system, IT, and all the other things. The theories I'm more familiar with are those I used to describe the process of digital transformation. But of course, in your area of expertise, you can easily derive, you know, the methodology we are using together to generate some, let's say, research questions that can lead you to publish on interesting or top-tier international journals. So the point from now onwards is to try to discuss what kind of, let's say, research questions would be useful to tackle to publish something interesting on digital transformation. So my first point is that I would not if I were you, but that's a very basic claim, is the grandma, statement. I would not go for, a research that is called digital transformation in something, digital transformation in something else. I would rather go with decision making related to this kind of digital transformation, or technologies characteristics that usually drive to successful digital transformation, or how the strategy of your company, or how mission and vision are transformed by the usage of technologies that are included in the digital transformation process. Or what are the organizational changes? What are the team changes? What are the macrostructure changes? What kind of structure do you need to support digital transformation? How to do the change management? So who are the resistors? Who are the people that are willing to join the digital transformation process first, and so on and so forth. So basically, what I'm saying is that I would split the researches on digital transformation in smaller theoretical chapters, okay? And I will connect these to these, these to these, these to these. So digital transformation is not a theory per se, but digital transformation uses the usual suspects. So it uses the usual theories we are familiar with, okay? So the point of the second part of the seminar, of the talk, is that we are talking about using traditional theories to analyze digital transformation. To me, this is the best way to, okay? Maybe you don't agree, but I would not focus on digital transformation. I would rather focus on the theories through which analyze the phenomenon. So to me, digital transformation is a phenomenon, okay? And the theories belong to the blue kind of, boxes you have below, okay? Decision making. So you will see something like, let's say, part A, part B, part C, part D, part E. So in case we will run out of time, no worries. I mean, at least the basic concepts will be discussed among us, okay? So, for example, decision making. You find yourself in front of this graph that we already analyzed. How would you react, okay? Would you like to, I don't know, copy what is happening in China? Are you going to stay with your brick and mortar kind of stores like Walmart? Okay, I want to show you one example of a digital transformed company. Actually, I have three. Let me go and see how much time left we have. But now what I'm doing is to show you something I really like that is from China, okay? And this is something very interesting. You should be able to see the video from YouTube. I hope you are also able to listen to the audio. But the nicest thing is that this is a really completely transformed, let's say, retail company.
This is me using my face to get into a convenience store in China where you can buy food through facial recognition technology.
Videos are always over emphatic, of course.
Using your face to buy food is already a reality. Here's one system that KFC and Chinese search engine giant Baidu implemented in China. KFC's system even remembers your face and food preferences so it can better recommend you new products. Much like KFC, this convenience store we visited in the city of Shenzhen has partnered with a tech giant, in this case, the payment app WeChat Pay. to create an experimental face-to-food experience. The store, Zhouheya, encourages people to play and pay with facial recognition technology. With just your face and a simple thumbs up, the system will deduct money from your linked WeChat account.
Taking my mobile payment, my facial recognition juice.
I come get this.
This may feel very dystopian, but facial recognition has apparently been a welcomed advancement in big cities in China.
So in China, the facial recognition is quite popular.
Okay, facial recognition is a technology capability. It is based on AI, and this is a nice digital transformation of a company that was doing retail in a very traditional way, the brick and mortar retail with cashiers, with traditional payments and so on and so forth. And it transformed itself. Well, there is a provider, Baidu. There are some clients like KFC, McDonald's, and other players. And the players, together with the technology provider, digitalize themselves in a very advanced way. This is a digital transformation for me. Okay, so let's go back to the first slide, that is decision making. Okay, what would you do if you were in the shoes of the managers there? Would you I don't know, stay on the brick and mortar side, or would you embrace the technology? Can you tell me something about this? So brick and mortar or new tech? Which one do you prefer? Which one would you adopt if you were the company? Okay, and why? Let's say that you are in Estonia, okay, and you have your customers and you know everything, okay. The decision-making kind of thing is very interesting. So here we have to decide whether to stay, on side one or side two. Would you transform your supermarkets with these technologies we were analyzing together? Yes, no, and why? What kind of problems do you see to move from 1 to 2? Okay, this is A, this is B. No worries about the answers. Now I'm going to force you with a new technology to discuss, but in the next 5 minutes. So one point is, decision-making is absolutely a theory or a set of theories, a family of theories that is useful to, to analyze digital transformation. Okay, so you have these kind of things, and you have to decide whether to implement them in your company or not. Okay, we have a lot of research questions on decision making. Okay, I want to name you a few. So, for example, we can build a paper on how the management monitor the emergence of technological trends. So this is a hot topic in the digital transformation literature. Okay, I would love to see more papers on this. So how the management can understand whether the technological trend is good enough. So how the management can judge, second question, correctly the potential of the technology. What are the distortions in the decision processes that hinder the understanding of digital transformation? One distortion is all the competitors do this thing, and although this technology is not compatible with our strategy, we introduce it in any case just because we want to mimic our competitors. Okay, what are the cognitive processes that push the management to react, or what are the cognitive processes that push the managers to act first? Okay, what is the management level of awareness? Okay, all these things are research questions that can lead you to, of course, generate a set of dependent and independent variables that can be very useful to test hypotheses or whatever. It depends on whether you want to go qualitative or quantitative. Okay, so we call hypothesis, of course, the quantitative one. The usual suspect for the dependent variable could be effectiveness, efficiency, whatever, and independent variables can be whatever you like. We are going to do something together, okay? So we are here, decision making, then we have technology, strategy, organization, and change management. I don't think we will have the time to go through organization and change management. I can continue without people and, you know, conclude my presentation just for the sake of recording it in case you want. Okay, so feel free to leave at 11:30 your time. But we have one thing, which is Google Sheets to, you know, to animate the discussion we are having together. So this is the tiny URL you should put on your PCs. And I know, of course, that I don't know whether, Tarmo, you would like to share also this on the chat, but it's not very difficult to, I mean, in case you have the PDF, you can click on the PDF. In case you don't have the PDF, Tarmo will send you on the chat the link, okay? The link appears in this way, okay? So it's a very straightforward kind of thing. It's this, okay? So you should put your names. We didn't have the list of participants, so please just put your first name. Well, we can do it on decision making, we can do it on technology, strategy, organization, change management, but I would like to discuss with you on that URL these kind of things. So basically, we are in the field of, thank you, Tarmo. We are in the field of digital transformation, yes, but we are looking at digital transformation from a decision-making process, okay? So the family of overarching theories is the decision-making process one, okay? I would like to make a sort of an exercise together, well, an exercise. It's a way to discuss, because it's always the case that when we discuss in a distance learning environment, nobody say anything, okay? That's one of the defects of distant communication, when you can turn on and off the camera, when you are unsure whether you have to participate or not, and so on and so forth. So my trick to lure you into the discussion is to ask you to do this thing, okay? And this thing is, please provide me one thing, the first name. Second thing, in the realm of decision making, what kind of research question would you like, would you love to investigate? And then one example of a dependent dependent variable. Sorry for the mistake, variable. And independent variable. In case you have two, you can write two, of course, or three or four. Let me just adjust the other. So you can start doing the, let's call it, you know, simulation, just to discuss a bit about how to tackle digital transformation without, you know, analyzing the entire phenomenon, but looking at the phenomenon from different kind of perspectives, which is the right way to do, in my opinion. So you have 3 minutes to try to put something into this I think interesting form, and then we discuss. We discuss about your interest. We discuss about your theories, about what you want to research. So this is decision making. Then we can do one more on strategy, for example. I leave the time to you to write something on this sheet. Would you like me to put the timer? Yes, I could. Timer tab. Three minutes remaining. I can also make it very big. Oops, I don't know what happened. Let me see whether it's happening something there. Nothing happened so far. Let me check how many participants we have. We have a lot of people with, well, we have quite a lot of participants. Can you help me in understanding what can be a research question in the decision-making kind of what Tarmo wrote? Tarmo. Yes, thank you, Tarmo. I will write myself my favorite research question. Well, I see that, we're doing fine. We wait for Siri to write the variables, and then and Hossein as well, and then we comment the table, and we'll go on. Okay. 1 minute more. Oh, this is the timer tab, the chimney. But I think we need a few seconds more too. Okay. Let's start with Marek. I don't know whether I pronounced your name correctly or not. And I see, as a research question, I think it's a very interesting one. Does the personal experience with identity theft make people more willing to accept biometric technologies? Of course, this is a decision-making kind of research question. And so the dependent variable, that's beautiful, the acceptance level, and the acceptance level is absolutely a dependent variable. I think you are thinking to theories like TAM, UT, TRA, and so on and so forth, okay? And as a way to measure the dependent variable, you say the experience with the ID theft within the last 36 months. It's a very interesting independent variable. Of course, I mean, with a high experience or with a low experience, the acceptance level or the actual usage will change dramatically. And of course, other independent variables are related to the skills I have. Well, this is very important, okay? The fact that we have to talk about the skills that are needed. Well, those are at the individual level, but we have also to think about at company level, what are the skills that the company needs to go and acquire or to train inside to be able to digitally transform the company. So one other research question, Hossein, what are the key factors influencing decision-making processes in the context of digital transformation in the electric vehicle industry? Very precise, very nice. And Tarmo said, the benefit of facial recognition technologies in retail shopping in Estonia. Yes, of course, that's a paper. Thank you. So guys, thank you for helping me. This was not exactly a discussion, but it was at least an interactive way to discuss in a sort of asynchronous way the most important point of this seminar. The most important point of this seminar is generative. So we are talking about let's say, research questions and dependent and independent variables that can lead us to publication, that can lead us to the right way to analyze digital transformation. So this the first part of the digital transformation seen as a process was related to to decision making. Okay, should I stay or should I go? Should I use the technology? Should I leave it to competitors? Should I invest 10 billions? Should I invest 1 billion? And so on and so forth. Okay. Now we have the technologies, but this is gonna be very brief since we have discussed the technologies at the beginning of the seminar. Okay, but for example, one interesting thing is that well, this is from a very interesting, let's say, report from McKinsey that is, of course, in the reference list, which is highlighting the AI capabilities. So the point is, I mean, this is a mix between strategy, decision-making, and technology, okay, as you can see. The point is how here we have different capabilities. The list in the report is longer and longer, but we have at least a couple of different capabilities. So, for example, the cognitive capabilities of the AI. Okay, AI is very good at recognizing known patterns, but is not very good in logical reasoning and problem solving. Okay, so the point is, it is very interesting to understand what are the AI capabilities that can give a real advantage to a company, or that can simply be adopted but without a very big impact on the company. So the point about the technology is that the management should research on the capability level of the, AI categories to be adopted in the company. Okay, so the research questions that come up to my mind are very simple, if you want it. What are the technology functionalities that are aligned with my desired strategy? What is the level of maturity of the technology functionalities? If Flow don't adopt it, if I adopt it, so how to help a company to, well, that would be a very nice paper, how to help a company to adopt the right technologies, okay? And so on and so forth. And this is the technology part. Now we move to the strategy part, which to me is one of the most important ones, okay? Let me go with some, let's call it theory, but I mean, it's something straightforward for all of us, okay? We have two perspectives of strategy, okay? We have Chandler and we have Mintzberg. This is, where you want to go. So, and this is where you want to position yourself in the market, okay? And this is those are the main two definitions of strategies, as one is determined primarily by factors inside the firm itself, and the second is determined primarily by factors outside the firm. Okay, these two definition of strategy can have a different flavor if we think about the technology. Okay, and I tried to translate the two perspectives before into something that is more, linked to what we are saying in this talk, in this chat. Okay. First, digital strategy is the determination of the impact of technologies on the long-term goals of an enterprise, and so we have to understand whether to adopt these technologies that will lead us to a precise and different course of action and a precise allocation of resources necessary for carrying out these goals. So it's an internal perspective, it's a matter of decision making. Or the digital strategy is the understanding of technology impacts on the industry and the possible future transformation. Think about the cameras industry. So I think in 2005, worldwide, 120 million of cameras were sold on the market, and now I think we are about 2 million. Okay, so it's 2 orders of magnitude less than in 15 years, because cameras have been substituted by mobile phones. Okay, so the point is, we want to go somewhere with the technologies, and we have to understand whether technologies will have a big impact on the industry. For example, of course, mobile phones substituted a lot of different kinds of things, like watches, like cameras, like weather forecast appliances, and so on and so forth. Okay. Of course, we can be here, we can be here, and we can be here. In all these three different, parts of the strategy that can be affected by digital transformation, you can have different kind of, let's say, research questions. Okay, and the research questions are really, really different. So, for example, in terms of results, so we start backwards. We are here, okay? So we decided to transform our company, okay? And we want to measure the results. Here we have a very nice set of papers with Porters, Megahan, Rumelt, that put up a very nice, let's say, it was a fight in the 90s about the fact that technology really matters or not. Okay, so here we can revamp these concepts or those concepts and try to understand whether the technology matters when we refer to digital transformation. Okay, so when we refer to does AI matters, does IoT matters, does cloud matters? Okay, are we able to measure the ROI of a digital transformation? Do we have to use, let's say, financial metrics, or do we have to go with the balance scorecard to track the business model transformation? Okay, those are papers, and that can be, of course, filled up with hypotheses. Then, of course, we can ask ourselves, what are the vision and mission kind of differences between a company that hasn't been transformed yet and the same company that will be transformed in the future? Okay. Then one nice paper that I would really love to read is this one, to understand whether digital transformation is something that is related to free choice of a company, or it's just an imitative process, and what are the differences in terms of performance, okay, whether the company choose to go for an imitative process or a novel application of the technology. Okay, positioning and the population ecologies, okay, let's leave there as they are, but as you see, those are all possibilities of papers to write, or research to do, or in case we have people from Master of Science or Bachelor, those can be ideas to make a thesis. Okay, I want to open a bracket for people who are making the the Bachelor or the Master of Science. I mean, in Italy, both should present a dissertation. Maybe in Estonia, just Master of Science should, and PhD, of course. Here we have a very nice way to make a dissertation, because we are not talking about digital transformation. Here we are recognizing that digital transformation is an object, and we need theories to analyze the object performance, okay, or to analyze the object impact. So we are not going to make a dissertation on digital transformation. We are going to make a dissertation based on strategy theories, for example, the measurement theories, or the vision and mission theories, or the positioning theories, that, well, as a sample, use digital transformation. Okay, so that's the main message of this seminar, as I told you many times before. Okay, now I think we can finish with the organization part, which to me is very important, because the strategy, yes, okay, I deciding something that is compatible with our strategy, that doesn't, transform completely our company without the need to do that, and so on and so forth, is very dangerous. But organization is the making of the strategy, and also organization, so the execution, takes a big part in terms of digital transformation success. So we want also to, discuss a bit about the organizational, let's say, hypothesis or research question that can arise when we discuss about digital transformation. They are mainly related to one thing, that is the microstructure we want to adopt to foster digital transformation, and the kind of competencies we need to put in the organization to have our digital transformation succeed. The roles and the key competencies. So basically, let's pretend, let me show you the last video, okay? We have a cucumber sorting machine, which is you know, an AI capability. Whether is the, let me see, just 1 second. Okay, it should go. Do you see the video? Okay. We are training our artificial intelligence.
This is an ArduCam shield. This is a camera module. This is an SD card. This is a Hanalino 101. This is a mobile phone stand. Let's connect them together.
So this is the technological component. It's pretty easy, and we have different
Good
cucumbers.
Bad cucumbers. Good Dutch cucumbers. Bad Dutch cucumbers. We put the assembled Hanalino 101 ArduCam on the tripod. Now, with these 4 types of cucumber as a sample to let Curio earn. These good cucumbers are divided into category 1.
So
These
this is
good
machine learning
cucumbers are
basically.
divided into category 2. These bad cucumbers are divided into category 3. These bad Dutch cucumbers are divided into category 4. Now let's test the effect of recognition. Put a good cucumber in. Correct. Put a good Dutch cucumber in. Correct. Put a bad cucumber in. Correct. Put a bad Dutch cucumber in. Correct. All.
Okay, you are a company that have something to do with cucumbers, okay? Let me go full screen. Okay, this is full screen. And the fact that you are introducing a new technology, of course, this technology is I don't know, a process technology that is going to modify your processes is not, you know, related to strategy. So the point is, of course, the impact on company processes of the AI is pretty big, okay? And usually is, let's say, it does different things. Let me see why it doesn't work. Okay, now it does. Let me just show what can be. So you have an as-is process. Okay, you welcome. This is a process that is, let's say, a process in a warehouse, a process in a distribution chain like Zara, or in a reseller like a watch reseller, or whatever you want to think about. Okay, so you have to welcome the customer, to select the merchandise to show, to give advice, and pack the item. Okay, every reseller does that. Okay, and this kind of process can be integrated by AI, and it can be integrated in 2 ways. Okay, so first you can put side by side humans and artificial intelligence. Humans are blue, artificial intelligence are representative and as men and women in red. Okay. Or you can have a complete substitution of people by artificial intelligence. In both cases, the processes in your organization change a lot, leaving the floor to many research questions that are related to automatization, automation, whatever, of your processes. So the point is, that I would like to read some papers that say what is the, for example, the satisfaction of employees in a company that puts together, you know, these new kind of advices said by the artificial intelligence that give to human people superpowers, like you don't have to decide manually or alone whether to put a cucumber here or there, but you have a support that helps you in deciding what you can do in terms of packaging the cucumbers, okay? Or what is the, you know, the new Ludism in case we have the substitution of jobs with machines, which with AI is a very high risk. Okay, so that would be another paper. I haven't read anything about that before. Okay, let me just jump to the, let's say, to the, well, I mean, I want to conclude the seminar, since I don't have any time left, with one important thing, which is we are focusing on organization. Okay, organization can be the choice of the macrostructure, which was in the previous slides. I just invite you to read them at home, okay, or in the office. The last thing I want to focus on, and I also have a very nice article to, it's an article dedicated to practitioners, but you can do something related to scientists as well, that says something about a new figure that could be used to help the company matching the business needs and the technology capabilities. Okay, so this is my last message. Okay, of course, my last message has to be elaborated. Okay, so we decided first that we have, well, we recognized the rise of the several new technologies at the very beginning of our seminar, that were AI, IoT, cloud, data mining, big data analysis, and so on and so forth. Then, through the decision-making phase, on which we made a nice exercise together, we decided whether adopt or not this innovation. Then, on the technology phase, we discussed whether the technology capabilities were up to the task that were needed by the organization in order to implement them successfully. Then we went to strategy, and we talked about something very important. So strategy shouldn't follow technologies, but strategies should be very clear and analyze whether technologies have to be adopted because they give us a measurable advantage or not. Okay, so strategy should be a sentinel to not allow us to adopt technologies and spend a lot of money just to mimic our competitors. So we adopt technologies just if the ROI of the project is very poor. Okay, then we went to the organizational part, so the execution of the strategy and of the decision making. And we said that we need the correct microstructure to protect the new technologies that we want to put inside the company. And we want to finish this discussion by saying that organization, strategy, decision making alone are not enough if you don't have the competencies to run the business with the new technologies. Okay, and of course, our mind goes to, for example, data scientists. Okay, Yes, I don't think that data scientists are the most important figure that we have to buy to be able to undergo a successful digital transformation. Okay, let's play this topic in this way. Okay, we have business needs and we have technology capabilities, and to have a successful digital transformation, we have to match the two. 1 and 2. Okay, how to match the two? Okay, we need, of course, let's say businessmen and businesswomen, business people that are able to understand the business needs. And we have also, of course, people, and we need them, and we have to enroll them, that people that understand the technology capability. Usually they come from engineering, they come from computer science, they come from physics, and so on and so forth, and mathematics. But then one thing that is, usually forgotten in papers is that we have to put together the two words. So I'm calling this figure analytic translator. So a person that knows something about business and knows something about technology, knows quite a lot about business and knows quite a lot about technology. It's not that difficult to find a person that knows what AI is, knows what trucks are. Okay, so we need a person or a set of people that put together the business need with the technology capabilities. We call these people analytic translators. Okay, so they are experts in the adoption of the technology we want to use, and they are like a project manager, product manager, brand managers. So are those kind of figures in the company, and those figures have a set of predefined activities that are related to the duty of putting together strategy and technology. Okay, so for example, this is a sort of an uncharted territory that can lead us to very interesting, let's say, research questions like, is the company, let's pretend that the company fails in implementing this digital transformation. We can ask whether the company had enough competencies to make the digital transformation succeed or not, and what were the missing competencies, for example. This is something I would like to read. Okay, so basically, let me go to the basic scheme of the second part. We said that digital transformation, okay, sorry, it doesn't work too well. DT, digital transformation, it is not a research object per se, but, digital transformation is the, field on which we test our hypotheses that are related to families of, theories. And we decided to start with the decision-making family of theories. Then we went to the technology family of theories, the family of theories related to strategy, to organization, and to change management. We were unable to, to stay enough time on change management, but I think we made a nice reasoning about competencies that are needed to lead a digital transformation. So I think I can end here with my with my again my email. So write me if you need something. Write me if you want to put up a a discussion with me. Write me if you have something interesting to signal. Then I'll share with the Tarmo, and then we will have something like a community of practice.